I have been reminiscing an awful lot over something that happened to me when I was only 6 or 7 years old. In fact, I've been reminiscing over it so much I've decided I want to tell you guys this story so I can ask you a question. And that question is, do you believe in ghosts? Now, I absolutely love all things spooky. I love watching horror movies. One of my favourite films of all time is The Shining. I really love Poltergeist. The first series of American Horror Story, when it was in like the house and there were ghosts. Loved it. I like reading ghost stories online or in books. When I was like 11 or 12, I was obsessed with point horror. And I still read them occasionally now because, let's face it, they're classics. And I can watch these scary things or read these scary stories and be absolutely fine sleeping by myself in a dark room afterwards. Mostly. But in my real life, I'm kind of skeptical, but I lean heavily towards yes, I do believe in ghosts. Because of some of the things that have happened to me in my life. Now, I have lots of stories of things that have happened to me in my life that I can't explain, things I've seen, things I've heard, things I've felt that I can't explain. However, I'm only going to tell you one story today because it happened over 25 years ago. God, I'm old. And yet I can still remember it in perfect detail. So, let me tell the story, and then you can tell me whether or not you think I'm crazy. Let's set the scene. It was a dark and wintry night. Yeah, okay, I think I've set the scene too much. That's better. It was a dark and wintry night, and I was sitting in the lounge with my mum and my dad and my sister. Now, my sister would have only been like 2 or 3 years old at this point, so she probably doesn't remember much of this. My mum said to me, Emma, you need to go upstairs, get your nightie on, because it's going to be bedtime really soon. You can come back down for a little bit, but go up and get changed. So I went. This is how I walked when I was a child. Now, in that house that we lived in at the time, we had one of those staircases with a landing midway and the stairs turned the other way. And on that landing, there was a big window that overlooked our back garden. Now, I thought nothing of going up to get my nightie and get changed ready for bed, so off I went. When I got to the landing, however, I looked out of the window and saw something in the garden that has stayed with me for over 25 years. Because standing in my back garden, looking up at the window, was a woman wearing a white shroud with her arms across her chest. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I kind of freaked out. A lot. So I ran up the rest of the stairs, grabbed my nightie, didn't even put it on, ran down the stairs still holding the nightie, looking at my feet most of the way because I didn't want to look out the window and see this woman again. Went down into the lounge and just was like, no! Now, you might be thinking, wow, Emma, kids have very active imaginations. You didn't see anything, you just thought you saw something. Why are you even telling us this story? But I remember it so clearly. I was only 6 or 7 years old and I still have the exact image of this woman in my head. I can still see her. Maybe I did imagine it, and maybe for some reason this image that I created in my brain has stayed there. All I know is that I couldn't explain why there appeared to be a dead woman in my garden, and I still can't. And like I said, that wasn't the only weird thing I saw or heard or felt when I was younger. In fact, up until the age of about 13 or 14, I saw things. Of course, the irony of all of this is now that I'm an adult, as much as I absolutely love watching horror films or reading ghost stories, I myself am very much like Desiree in the song Life. In as much as I don't want to see a ghost, it is the sight I fear most. I would definitely rather have a piece of toast and watch the evening news. Life, oh life, oh life, oh life, do life, Do 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 do. Wow, these lyrics are so deep and meaningful. Yeah, you see, the thing about me is I'm a massive wimp. Yeah, I mean, I love fictional ghost stories, but if I saw a real one, I would probably wet the bed. I'm not even joking. TMI? So let me know in the comments whether you think I am a crazy person who imagined something and for some reason is still remembering that imaginary thing 25 years later, or whether you, like me, believe maybe, just maybe, ghosts are real. If you would like to watch last week's video in which I talk about why I cannot sleep lately, hopefully not because there's loads of ghosts in my bedroom. Great, there's more things to keep me awake now. Click over there and you can watch it. If you want to subscribe to this channel, my floaty head will appear up here. That sounds ghostly too. Ooh. I will talk to you all next week. I'm going to go and hide under my bed covers for a while. Bye everyone!